Hey, this is Nicholas Wilton, and I've been doing this really cool program, this online program. I don't know if some of you guys might have seen it or considered doing it about 3 months ago, and we're finishing it right now. And it's just been amazing, and I had no idea how fun it was going to be, but also kind of how much work and how focused myself and my team got in on this program. It was really, really popular. We got a lot of people doing it, and so it became this big community of people making art. But what happened was that about 3 weeks ago, it just got really, there was just so much stuff going on with it that I had to kind of stop making my paintings, and and it was fine. It was just like I had just so many things going, and I was kind of ready for a break anyway. And I was really getting a lot of the juice and energy from this program, and basically helping other people and seeing all the stuff they were making, and really, really cool. But what invariably, this happens like in your life. You have your art practice going, and then you kind of have to leave for whatever reason, and then you kind of have to come back. And I just, we've been actually talking about this phenomenon in the program, about coming and going and how hard that is. And I'm doing that now. Like, I'm coming back to my work, and it's been a number of weeks, and you almost feel like a little bit like a stranger in your own studio. And I just want to speak to this issue, because I have done this so many damn times. And what it is that when you're not making art and you leave it, it tends to perpetuate itself, because the more you don't make your art, the more you don't make the art. Because what's happening is that the actual making of the art is what keeps you coming back into the art. And so then when you stop for whatever reason, you forget. It's weird, you forget about what that feels like. And you kind of, it's not that you lose your confidence, but you kind of lose your, just your momentum a little. I'm sure, this happens to me every year at Christmas when I go away for like 3 weeks, and I come back, I feel like, what is this, And that's just what seems to happen. And it's always around those times when you start paying attention to, you're not making art. So you look at the things you've already made, and you're trying to get your buoyancy back. And so you start talking to people. Oh, do you like my work? Or, you call the gallery to see if they've sold anything. And it's this weird, it doesn't feel so good, because what's happening is you're not getting the energy and the buoyancy from the actual process of making your art. And so the answer then, as scary as it is to start again. And it seems obvious, but you just have to realize that that is the answer, and to kind of come back into it. And I always come back, little steps. You just have to do a little bit. You can just move towards it. You don't have to come in and do a huge thing, but you just take okay, I'm just going to start again. I'm just going to take half an hour and do something. And I always work, I use these in workshops, but I work on these little tiny boards. These are my little steps. Like, they're so unintimidating. And I just paint on them. I'll work on 3 or 4 of them, And God, in a day or two, it gets my mind thinking again, and the actual art practice is starting to do that magical thing where you start thinking about it again, and you're kind of back in it. And that buoyancy and that momentum comes back. So I just wanted to say that, because that's what I've been feeling, and just kind of remind you that that's the path back. And if you're finding it harder and harder to do your work because you've been gone for a while, and it's like, what's wrong with me? And it's just getting harder and harder. Well, it will get harder and harder the longer you wait. So just just force yourself to do some little thing, little creative thing, whatever it is, small, half an hour, and that will start working the other way, and sooner rather than later, you'll be full on back into it, and you won't even remember. But anyway, I hope that's helpful. Okay, thanks.